we should open things up, Jack, to the audience in general for questions. There's a microphone coming around, and this is one where whoever has the mic has the floor, but we'll move the microphone around as quickly as possible.
Ken, Jack, thank you. My question is, Jack, one of your former colleagues, Porter Arisman, said that you consider yourself more of an artist than a businessman. Even with Alibaba's size now, do you still consider yourself an artist? And if so, what do you sort of mean by that as an artist?
Yeah, I was talking to somebody yesterday. I say I consider myself an artist. It's like orchestra symphony. That it's some artists just to paint him alone, but I think Alibaba.com, Tmall.com, Alipay to me is a piece of art. But it's not done by me, by 34,000 people, together with millions of the users. So it's the art. It's something nobody can copy. It's something that do anything to making sure that users are happy. So it's not like making money. If you think about making money, I would say it's too boring sometimes when you only think about making money. Well, but can I just do a thank you for great advice to me and to the others about what you, but I would give you 3 tips for what I would giving you, and I think about it. First, as a small business, try to learn as many mistakes as possible from the others. Don't learn from the successful stories.
Absolutely.
It's so deep. The MBA teaches successful cases, but we should learn failure stories, why people fail. Because a lot of people fail, they have the same reasons. If you know why people fail, and you learn that, you make progress. And second is that always do not learn from Bill Gates and Jack Ma. Learn from the people next door neighbor. He does the same thing, but he does much better. Why is that? When I was 10, 15 years ago, I always said, oh my God, Bill Gates is so good. And the more I read about it, the more I disappointed. So how can I be there? And then I see, okay, this guy do the same thing. Why he can do better? Right? So that improved that. And the third, I absolutely agree with Ken's, that anybody, my philosophy is repair the roof while it is still sunshine. When the company is good, change the company. When the company is in trouble, be careful. Don't move. Making sure that waiting for the terrible day go up. Just like if the storm comes, don't go up and repair the roof. You will be destroyed. So that's every time when I feel something good, when my people say, our team said, wow, we have a wonderful year, I know that's the signal we have to change. And that will make you totally different. If you enjoy, I know in small company, you can never have a wonderful days to enjoy long. And I just want to echo his advice to you guys.
We have a microphone.
There's one there.
Right.
Hello. My name is Sticky. I'm from China, Hangzhou.
Hometown.
I have a mission today. One of my friends wanted me to tell you that she is also a woman behind you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I got my question. We all know, like, as a standpoint of a global business, American business, we all know that Chinese market is very special. It's so different. So, question for Alibaba.com. What do you think Alibaba.com can help American business or global business to conquer the fear of Chinese market is so different? So my question is, we all know it's like our business or the American business will also have the question, Chinese market is a very different market, need to be customized and specialist. What do you think that Alibaba.com can help customize the international business?
First, any market is special and different. There's no market that is the same. I think in New York and Chicago may be different. China definitely be different. But doing business the same. Focus on create value for your customers. Focus on customers rather than competitors. If you go to China someday, people say, well, I have a good relationship with the government. Forget about that. If this guy say, I have a good relationship with the customers, and I understand how to serve customer better, he's your partner. And you should have a patience. Because Alibaba was not built today. It was the dream 16 years ago in our apartment. In the past 16 years, we never changed our focus just to try to making sure the small business we serve, they're good, they're happy, they are easier. So anywhere you go, people say, well, there's no successful American internet companies in China. Well, internet grows so fast, everybody wants to be successful within 24 months or maybe 2 weeks. It's impossible. Good business always takes a long time. American Express, 165 years old. Alibaba, 15 years, today succeed. I don't know. Maybe next year we're in trouble. Maybe next week we're in trouble. So we'll be very careful. The only people support you, not your shareholder, not the government. It's your customers. It's your people, your employees. So everywhere in the world, the same. Focus on your customer. Focus on making your employees happy. And focus on integrity to everything that you promised and committed. That is the only thing. Everywhere into the business is the same. My advice.
You know, I think, Jack, one of the things that we talk about in our, what we call the service profit chain, is you've got to have strong focus on your employees. They have to be engaged. They have to be passionate. They have to believe. You've got to have that customer first focus, and then the shareholders will benefit. The only thing that I would add to Jack's point that I think is very, very important increasingly, if we're going to be more nimble, we actually have to have the ability, small, medium, and large, to figure out how to partner in a more effective and flexible and quick way. Because the days of any company, any size, being able to do all of this on their own is really impossible. And the internet has provided a tremendous opportunity, irrespective of size. Anyone can be empowered if they understand how to use it. And part of using it is to understand how to partner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks for today. This has all been very inspiring. I was just wondering, I'd love to hear y'all's advice when it comes to small businesses wanting to expand their products or their services to new audiences.
I think, again, I'd start off the way Jack answered the question. I think what's most important is that you're not expanding just for the sake of expanding, that you have a value proposition that you think is something that's going to make a difference in that customer's life or for their business, and that it's something that is differentiated, that it's something that people can be excited about. And if you're convinced of that, then you should offer that product or service, because the mistake that some companies make is they say, I'm only going to focus on this one or two product, and I'm only going to focus on this customer segment. We've had this debate in our company. On one level, we have a Centurion card going to our most affluent customer, and then we have a product called Bluebird, a prepaid card. And people have said to me, how does this coexist? Well, it coexists because the value proposition is meaningful and powerful to that segment. So if you start off always customer first, what's the value proposition? Will it make a meaningful difference? And what am I bringing that's special and unique to that value proposition?
Yeah, my advice, if you want to open the new market, new customer, the best way is on internet today. Because I give you, agree with what Ken. First, you should create something you believe, you think so good, you think you can make unique, and then test it on internet. Absolutely. I had some testing about 5 years ago just for fun on it. I said, I have a great idea, and I want to looking for those people can tell me how the fly thinks, the bee, the bees, how the fly thinks. It's a stupid question. And I have another question, say, in the China, the Yellow River, the water is so dirty, how fish can see each other? How can they make girlfriends and boyfriends? I have no idea. And I put that and say, I have this idea. Anybody want to discuss? And please come to my some hotel, that room next Thursday. 50 people came. That means if you're really passionate for something, the world is so big. There are people coming. So internet, because today if you go to Chicago, you have ideas, and you cannot go to New York looking for this new customer. But the internet, you're testing. Absolutely. I have another customer, very interesting. It's a young student. He's prepared for testing in the summer. And the mosquito came. So he catch the mosquito, make the samples, and he start the auction sale online, $5 for each pair. And then people said, wow, it's interesting. So he ordered hundreds of orders following. He said, I can't finish catching the mosquitoes. For 3 years, still cannot finish that. The internet giving a lot of innovative ideas. Looking for new customers and partners and things. So move online. Yeah, move online.
To Jack's point, as we were talking earlier today, in the analog world, the time is there. The playing field is leveled with the internet, because it doesn't matter whether you're a small, big, medium size, who has the best ideas. Yeah. And the internet then provides you the capabilities where you can act on those in a very powerful way.
Yeah, I think that to you, because you're a small business in this area, to you, I know this product for years, everybody know, but online, maybe it's so curious for the others, so new to the others. People start to buy and order online, right? My family ordered some bamboo shoots from a farmer 5 years ago. My wife loved the bamboo shoots, so she said, I ordered that, and the farmer said, I only have 2 kilos. So my wife said, can you sell 20 kilos? I can distribute my friends. This guy said, I only plant in my own bamboo, only 2 kilos. And last year, that guy sells like 2 tons of bamboo shoots because he collected all because the demanding make that guy start looking for more supplies. So testing that. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, first of all, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity. And as both of you have mentioned, it's very important for a business or just the global commerce to have people who are looking towards the future, who have vision. And we all know that no one can live forever. So even though there are many great leaders right now who have vision, but how are you going to help educate the future generation to have these people who will carry on the vision?
Well, I think nobody can survive, but if you want to survive long, trust the young people. Rely on the young people, training them, develop them. And people in my apartment for 18 founders, the other 7 people, they said, every time, Jack, from the morning, wake up, you talk about value, mission, vision, and when we go to bed, you talk about vision, value. So every day, so for years, these people came out to talk like me. I remember 7 years ago, I was invited to speak in America, talking about my business, and I talk about the value, the mission, the vision. There's a guy called David Wang. He's sitting there. He works for Fortune 500. He said, this is a crazy guy. Because China, nobody will believe the value, mission, vision, and especially internet, everybody wants speed and quick, no value vision. So I said, Mr. Wang, someday if you come to Hangzhou, come to my company. So a year later, he came to my company, spent a few days, The day we left, he said, Jack, I know you are crazy, but I found there are 100 crazy people like you in your company. That's the leader's job. That making sure the people joining your company, whether young, old, women or men, they do not believe in you. They believe in the mission, the vision, and the value that you believe. Making sure they follow it. And then they become the behavior. And then it will go on. And talk, and giving them the chance to make mistakes. Listen to them. Respect them. I think that's the only way to go. Because nobody can survive forever. If the company want to go on, the company want to survive with vision, with the value, make sure the young people, making sure they follow not follow you, follow the vision and mission and value. That's what I believe.
Yeah, I would agree fully with what Jack said, because certainly for American Express, over 165 years, those values have been constant. The leadership has changed. And we've had vivid examples where when we did not have the right leadership, and that leadership did not adhere to those values, the company stumbled and really lost its place. I think secondly, what's very important is informally in your organization is what are you doing relative to feedback every single day? Because people take their direction not just from the top, but they take it across the organization. So you need to make those values come to life. And that's the responsibility of everyone in the company. One of the points that I make is leadership is not based on hierarchy. It's based on character and competence and the followership that you're able to build. And if you have people in your organization that recognize that part of their job is to lead, you're going to do incredibly well as an organization. The other point that I would make is you need to be intellectually curious. This gets back to spending time with different people, with younger people, understanding contrarian points of view. And then we're also involved in some formal training, and one of the things that we're doing in addition to training inside of our company is we have a whole leadership institute that teaches leadership to nonprofit companies, organizations, philanthropic organizations. Because what we believe is that leadership is what's going to make the difference. And if we believe in leadership for our own company, part of our role in society is to improve the leadership in society overall. I'm getting the sign. I'm going to disobey it for Jack and I, and we'll take one more question. Who has the microphone?
Good afternoon. I head up one of the 12 international trade centers in the state of Illinois. And in the last 8 months or so, we've partnered with Alibaba to help small and mid-sized companies use platforms like Alibaba to expand their exports.
Thank you.
And to take it a little further, so historically, where Alibaba began connecting China with the rest of the world, and then now the focus is on connecting the United States with China. But what I've seen with my clients helping them expand their exports through Alibaba is that Alibaba is connecting the world with the world.
Yep.
And what's your vision to connect the world with the world?
Yeah, I think the next 10, 20 years, we want to connect the world to, our internal goal is that among the $1 trillion US sales, we want 40% from outside China. Not because we want the money, because we want to help the global small business cross. I think the advice I want to give you that I find a lot of SMEs good with the passion, but I hate to see those people, this eyes with the US dollar, this eyes with the euros, and talk like English pounds. When you talk about the money, nobody want to make friends with you. If you don't have any friends, you will not make a fortune. So people, when I talk about $1 trillion, it's not about the revenue. It's about the responsibility. It's about the mission that we want to club. So we have to do a lot of things. We have to build up the partner with the company like American Express, build up the efficient payment system. We should leverage and work with all the logistics companies globally, so making sure they can deliver and receive products efficient. We should design a system that is fair and transparent for every business. We should work with the government to lower the tax of import tax for every nation. My suggestion is that, for example, if a USA small business sell to China less than $1 million every year, should have a China tax-free. China sell 1 million to USA, should under 1 million should tax, free. In that kind of, we can encourage the global small business, sell things across the board, create jobs. So a lot of things to be done, and I think every small business, no matter how big your dream is, you have to do today, now, little by little. If everything can be done very quickly next year, if you want to be successful tomorrow, why you have the opportunity? So we know we have to survive, do little by little. And I think in 10 years, we will make it. We'll make 2 billion consumers to shopping online. We were helping small business. We want to help Philippine guys sell to Norway. Norway smoked salmon can be sold to Argentina. Argentina can do in Africa. These are the platform we want to build up. And we have to build up with the partners, not ourselves alone. And especially with your support, this thing can be done. Right? It's not like I have an idea and then I want to, it's the customer number one. If the small business don't want it, if the consumers don't want it, if your employees not creative enough, efficient enough, it's not about money, it's not about shareholders. So that's what I believe.
So I would end this by thanking Jack and saying on behalf of Jack and myself, shop small, support small business. But I hope what you've gathered from this and my view of real leadership is that the person has to be authentic. And I think what you can clearly see is that Jack Ma is truly an authentic leader. So thank you, Jack,
thank you
for spending time with us.